Hey guys, it's Amanda with Getting There Green, and I'm going to show you some stuff in the greenhouse today. We've had 2 or 3 weeks of just constant rain. Rain, every day, rain. So we haven't been outside much, haven't been able to check out how things are growing because it's just seriously been raining, like the wettest September on record or something. So today is October 3rd. And I'm just going to show you some of the stuff. I came in the greenhouse to see if I needed to water anything, because even though it's been raining, obviously the stuff in the greenhouse doesn't get the benefit of the rain so much. Although it rained enough that it saturated the ground and came in to the greenhouse underneath, right? Which I was counting on because I couldn't get out here to water unless I wanted to be totally drenched myself. I know I should anyway. Anyways, so I came out today and I was watering things and came across some interesting things that were definitely ready for me to harvest. Do you remember towards the beginning of the season, I showed you that we had potatoes growing even though we didn't plant potatoes this year? We planted potatoes last year, and I guess if you leave even a little bit of any part of the potato plant in the ground, it may produce again. So it produced again. So we got a lot of potatoes, and I didn't even plant potatoes, so that's kind of cool. That's a good return. I'm going to show you some of the stuff. There was this cantaloupe, and it got very wet from the rain, so it's actually kind of soft. I don't know if it's any good inside. It might be rotten. I can see there's a hole in it, so something started eating it. We'll see. I'll go inside and I'll cut it open, but this might be rotten. We might have lost this. What else do I have? Green peppers. I picked 3 green peppers today. I actually have more growing on the plant that are ready if I wanted to pick them. I'm going to let them just keep growing for now, because Randy doesn't even like green pepper very much. I'm the only one who eats it, so there's no point picking more than I need right now. So I just picked 3, which is more than I need. I'll find something to do with them. There was garlic, and it was just sitting on top of the ground, so something must have dug it up. And it must have just dug it up this afternoon because it looks to be very fresh. But I thought I might as well bring that in the house. There's a few cloves of them. It was just sitting on top of the ground, so I'll bring those in. They smell great. Garlic will keep for a long time in the house under good, ideal circumstances. And here are the potatoes that I got from not planting any potatoes this year. Some of them are nice and big, some are very small, but lots of them. So not bad. I'm going to eat potatoes a couple times this week, I guess. And they're red potatoes, which are our favorite. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff around the greenhouse and around the yard so you can see how it's doing on October 3rd here in southern Ontario. Okay, I wouldn't say the cucumbers are done yet, but they are slowing down. Not only has it been rainy, but it's been cold too. Not cold enough for frost, but getting close to it. So I think, although there's a cucumber right there, I think the cucumbers are just about done. I did plant peas a couple of weeks ago, if you recall, and they're doing really well. They're growing really well. As well as beets. We also planted beets at the same time. And you can see the beets are coming along. Love beets. What else do we have? Okay, I planted a broccoli there. You can see something's been eating it, but the broccoli's growing. Nothing else is really doing anything in this bed except for weeds. But the broccoli is. We'll see. Other stuff may take still. Sometimes things will just sit and wait until the ideal circumstances. Our kale, as always, is growing really well. Better and better all the time. And it's still delicious. I really like it. I think kale tastes kind of like raw peas, and I like raw peas. I've got some carrots there that are ready to pick. There's lots of tomatoes. You can see this gigantic one right here. There's lots of tomatoes, but they are green right now. I am assuming they're going to turn red, hopefully before we get a frost. Although a lot of the stuff is starting to die off, probably because of the cold. You can see that there's another cantaloupe growing right there. I don't know that that's going to reach maturity before it dies off. There's another one over there. Hopefully they have a chance to mature before the frost. My red sunflowers. They have mostly fallen over. They're still beautiful. I'm going to chop the heads off a bunch of them so I can dry them out and keep the seeds. I do have a watermelon over here. There he is. Just a small watermelon. Doesn't seem ready to pick yet, but I'm going to have to pick it soon because of the temperatures. And here's our purple cabbage. It's still going. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about cabbage. You can see it's had insects over time, but hopefully most of those have been taken care of. Something may have chewed through this cabbage here. Anyway, there's really not a whole lot to show you. Because as I said, it's just been raining a lot and it's cold. So really, that's about all that's growing right now.